Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the news postcard on TayNinhTV with some last events in our province as well as nationwide. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on October the 30th, TayNinh Provincial Party Secretary Nguyễn Văn Quyết chaired the first meeting of the Executive Committee of the TayNinh Provincial Party Committee. Also attending the event, there were Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of Provincial Bills Committee Nguyễn Văn Úc, Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee and Head of Provincial Delegation of the 15th National Assembly Phạm Hùng Thái, and Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial Vietnam Phalang Front Committee Nguyễn Thanh Hải. It is the first conference held right after the successful organization of the first conference of TayNinh Provincial Party Committee. At this conference, the Provincial Party Committee discussed and gave opinions on many important contents, such as the draft working regulations of the Provincial Party Committee Executive Committee and the Provincial Party Committee's Inspection Committee for the 2025 to 2030 term, assigning a member of Provincial Party Executive Committee to be in charge of party committees under the Provincial Party Committee. The Provincial Party Secretary Nguyễn Văn Quyết emphasized the urgency of the new working regulations and requested the organizing committee and the Provincial Party Committee office to absorb, review, and adjust the opinions of delegates to be consistent with the central regulations and local realities. Regarding the resolution of the first Provincial Party Conference, he requested the party committees, authorities, the Phalang Front, and the socio-political organizations to develop plans and organize the dissemination and implementation of the resolution in a broad, specific, and appropriate manner. With the highest political determination, in the remaining months of the year, the Provincial Party Secretary requested the entire party committee and the government to focus on directing the synchronous implementation of tasks and solutions to complete the 2025 goals, creating a solid foundation for the implementation of the resolution of the first Provincial Party Conference, especially the targets of double-digit economic growth in 2025. On this occasion, the TayNinh Provincial Party Committee awarded 8 collectives and 24 individuals with outstanding achievements in advising and serving the organization at the first Provincial Party Conference, term of 2025 to 2030. And also at the conference, responding to the call of the Presidium of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Phalang Front, the TayNinh Provincial Party Committee launched a campaign to support the people affected by storms number 10 and number 11, demonstrating the spirit of solidarity and mutual love of the party committee and the people of the province. And TayNinh Provincial People's Committee had just organized a meeting of businessmen and enterprises to celebrate the 21st anniversary of the Vietnamese Entrepreneurs Day on October the 13th. Attending the event, there were Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Văn Quyết, Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee and Chairman Provincial Bills Committee Nguyễn Văn Úc, Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee and Head of National Assembly Delegation of the province Phạm Hùng Thái, the Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of Vietnam Phalang Front Committee of TayNinh Province Nguyễn Thanh Hải, along with the members in the Standing Committee of the Provincial Party Committee, the leaders of departments, branches, and associations, and a team of businessmen, enterprises, and investors in the province. The delegates previewed the meaningful operation of the Vietnam Entrepreneurs Day on October the 13th, as well as the results and contribution of the business community and enterprises in the socio-economic development of the province. Currently, the whole province has over 31,000 operating enterprises, with a registered capital of more than 919,000 billion Vietnam dong, contributing to the GRDP growth rate in the first 9 months of 2025 reaching for 9.52%, the highest in the Southeast region, and ranked the 8th in the country. And with the merger of the new TayNinh province, we also expect to create the right opportunities for economic development and increased investment in infrastructure development, and thereby promoting the production and business activities of enterprises. Speaking at a meeting, the Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of Provincial Bills Committee Nguyễn Văn Úc acknowledged the contributions of enterprises and entrepreneurs to the development of TayNinh. He emphasized that the success of enterprises is the success of the province, considering the development of enterprises as a measure of the effectiveness of the government's management. The province is committed to continuing to listen, remove difficulties, improve the public service responsibilities, and ensure the transparency and fairness in policy access. At the meeting, the Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Văn Quyết and the Secretary Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province Nguyễn Văn Úc presented the merger decision to the Provincial Business Association, the Provincial Tourism Association, and the Provincial Young Entrepreneurs Association. Also at the event, the Provincial People's Committee launched a program to support the people to overcome the damage caused by the storms and floods. Responding to the call, businesses and enterprises of TayNinhTV Province donated more than 4.5 billion Vietnam dong to help the people stabilize their lives and restore production soon. And facing the country's new opportunities, the Vietnamese business community and entrepreneurs continue to affirm their pioneering role in economic development, innovation, and international integration. With their mettle, intelligence, and dedication, they are contributing to making Vietnam a bright spot abroad, realizing the aspiration to rise up in the era of the globalization. In the first 9 months of 2005 alone, the whole country had more than 231,000 newly registered and re-operated enterprises, an increase of more than 26% over the same period. The total additional capital of enterprises reached more than 3.3 million billion Vietnam dong, an impressive increase of 186%. And currently, Vietnam has about 1 million operating enterprises, creating the jobs and making great contributions to the budget and social economic development. Vietnamese entrepreneurs are not only the ones steering the business board, but also the architects of digital economy. They dare to think, dare to do, and dare to break through to bring Vietnamese brands to the world. And from large corporations reaching out to the world to millions of small and medium-sized enterprises that are persistent every day in the domestic market, on contribute to creating a new face for the Vietnamese economy, dynamic, innovative, and full of aspirations. And in TayNinhTV Province, with the positive sides of the market and with the timely support and companionship of local authorities and the proactive and flexible spirit in management, the business community in the area is making efforts to break through and accelerate to finish the line in the journey to complete the production and business goals in 2025. TayNinhTV possesses strong potential, comprehensive development poised, and a clear strategic vision, merging as the leading investment attraction center in the southern region. The whole province currently has nearly 32,000 operating enterprises and more than 3,000 domestic projects and more than 1,900 FDI projects, creating a dynamic and attractive economic picture. By synchronously implementing support policies, TayNinhTV Province is creating a favorable investment and business environment, helping businesses reduce the cost, improve efficiency, and confidently expand production. With the active support of the government, many businesses have overcome the challenges and maintained stable growth momentum. In particular, TayNinhTV Investment Joint Stock Company has made efforts to overcome the difficulties and completed the production plan. Phase number 1 of the industrial park of more than 105 hectares achieved an occupancy rate of 80%. Secondary businesses are operating well, aiming for a successful year in 2005. Currently, we have built factories, land, synchronous infrastructure, wastewater treatment system, electricity and water, etc. for accompanying services. The policy mechanism of the joint has many incentives. The first is corporate income tax incentives. Secondly, the state has a policy of exempting import tax of equipment for businesses. Administrative procedures in TayNinhTV are also the number one. Similarly, ATG Investment Joint Stock Company also recorded positive results thanks to receiving practical support from the locality and promoting flexibility in business strategy, thereby completing the 2005 plan early and contributing to the overall growth of the province. We continue to expand our production scale to be able to serve the needs of domestic and foreign investors for available factories for rent. ADG will expand its scale up to 200% because currently there are many of their investors pouring into Vietnam and the demand for building factories for rent is very high. TayNinhTV is implementing investment promotion strategy in a breakthrough and creative direction, making the consensus of the entire political system and the companionship of business and the people as the driving force for development. Businesses in the area are striving to overcome the difficulties and complete production and business plans, maintain revenues and profits growth, create jobs for the workers, and contribute to promoting the province's sustainable economic development. And on October 13, the Deputy Head of Principal National Assembly Delegation, Lê Thị Song An, chaired a conference to contribute opinions on the draft law submitted to the National Assembly for approval at the 10th section of the 15th National Assembly.
Comments on the draft law amending and supplementing a number of articles of the law on education. The opinions focus on streamlining and connection, recognition of electronic diplomas and certificates, abolishing the issuance of junior high school graduation certificates, and releasing them with confirmations of completion of the curriculum, expanding compulsory education to the end of junior high school, universalizing preschool for children aged 3 to 5, clearly distinguishing between textbook and local educational materials with specific mechanisms for schools for gifted students in arts and sports, tuition exemption and reduction policies, etc. In addition, the delegates also discussed the draft law on vocational education amended, consisting of 9 chapters and 42 articles, focusing on the program, training objectives and documents, certificates, policies for the teaching staff, financial mechanisms, access of vocational education institutions, public vocational education. Deputy Head of the National Assembly Delegation of the non-profit Lê Thị Song An acknowledged and highly appreciated the enthusiastic and responsible contributions of the delegates. The opinions will be compiled, studied, and sent to the National Assembly for consideration and completion before being approved at the next session. Along with other sectors in the past 5 years, the average rate of retail sales of goods and services in TayNinhTV has reached about 12% per year. This is a high growth rate, demonstrating the effectiveness of policies to attract investment and develop production and business in the province. In the general picture, the trade and service sector has made outstanding contributions. Total retail sales of goods and service revenue in the past 5 years, from 2021 to 2025, is estimated at nearly 967 trillion Vietnam dong. This figure not only reflects increased purchasing power and domestic consumption, but also shows the strong development of various types of services and tourism, meeting the increasingly diverse needs of people and tourists. This also shows that TayNinhTV has effectively exploited its commercial potential, especially as a gateway for trade, contributing significantly to improving the quality of life and creating jobs for workers.
Promoting the spirit of dynamism, creativity, and daring to think, daring to do over the years, the business community in TayNinhTV province has continuously grown, making important contributions to the local socio-economic development. The 21st anniversary of Vietnam Entrepreneurs Day, October 13 of 1904, of 2004, October 13 of 2025, is not only an occasion to honor those doing business, but also an opportunity to look back on the journey of a new generation of entrepreneurs, brave, creative, and full of aspiration to reach out, contributing to affirming the position and image of Vietnamese people in the integration period. From a brush like this, the TayNinhTV rice paper has been upgraded to become a product with a TayNinhTV brand, associated with the passion of young entrepreneurs Đặng Khánh Duy, the general director of TayNinhTV Company Limited. After only 5 years of starting a business, TayNinhTV has become a 5-star level OCB brand of the province, entered the top 50 strong national brands, and was honored as the golden brand of Vietnamese agriculture. And currently, the company's products are exported to many large markets such as Japan, Korea, the United States, Australia, Canada, etc., and proving the effort to bring Vietnamese brands to the world. When TayNinhTV achieved the first 5-star level OCB certification of TayNinhTV province, it was a source of pride for the business as well as the team of TayNinhTV. And currently, TayNinhTV is investing in more modern production lines to expand product diversity. Whatever products customer need, TayNinhTV can produce so that its products can confidently go further in quality. One of the bright spots of the startup and innovation movement in TayNinhTV is HP Long An Cutting Processing Production Trade and Service Joint Stock Company, a typical young enterprise of the province. Established in 2002, the company focuses on developing high-quality cordyceps products that serve for health. With a closed-loop farming process following high technology, the enterprise has achieved the 3-star level OCP certification and HACCP standards for the factories, affirming the brand reputation and opening up a sustainable development direction for Long An's clean agricultural products. In the coming time, HP Long An will continue to invest in technology, expand production scale to bring Long An cordyceps product further, contributing more to the socio-economic development of the province. Its entrepreneur is a journey. Its brand is a story of passion and effort on joint the development flow of the homeland, writing a colorful picture of Vietnam's economy. And in that freedom of life, the Vietnamese entrepreneurial spirit is being continued quietly, persistently, but proudly. And TayNinhTV province is implementing many single solutions to manage, protect, and develop forests sustainably, and thereby maintaining a stable forest cover at 9%. This is one of the important indicators for environmental protection and green development. The whole province currently has more than 100,000 and 110 hectares of forest and land planned for the forest development, of which over 86,000 hectares are natural forests and planted forests. In the 205 land, the whole province will plant and replant about 580 hectares of forest. The provincial agricultural sector continues to urge the forest owners to plant new forests in 2005 to ensure the compliance with the plan and planting season, regularly improve the quality of planted forests, and protect and develop the area of special yield forests and protective forests to maintain a stable forest cover at 9%. According to the assessment, the forest coverage rate of the whole province reached 49.7%, of which Jiao Tuning reached for 16.4%, and the former Long An reached for nearly 4%. This shows the local efforts in managing forest resources, preserving the ecological environment, and moving towards green and sustainable economic development.
From October 13 to 15, the exhibition of National Strategic Technology Products in Ho Chi Minh City will take place in Ho Chi Minh City. The exhibition will gather nearly 30 booths with more than 650 products and solutions belonging to 11 strategic technology hubs. These are advanced technologies and solutions from leading corporations and enterprises, contributing to the formation of a smart and modern city. The exhibition introduced semiconductor chip products, robots, automation, smart energy, green technology, new materials, and smart agriculture, modern STEM education and robot models, inspiring creativity for the young generation and the business community.
And ladies and gentlemen, my tourism conference seminars event is becoming a passport to how Vietnam affirm its new position in the Asian region. Many localities such as Quảng Ninh, Da Nang, Hanoi, and Khánh Hòa, and also Phú Quốc are strongly developing this sector thanks to the modern infrastructure, diverse products, and a friendly environment. Quảng Ninh has just welcomed a large international MICE delegation, contributing to extending the low tourist season, aiming to overcome 20 million visitors by 2025. Vietnam possesses many unique cultural heritage combined with the modern technology to create the unique experiences for MICE guests. Tourism business focused on developing specialized products, exploiting the local values to attract international visitors. However, the MICE industry still needs to perfect its national strategy and support policies to increase the competitiveness, learning from experience from the country's live talent. With the right potential and the cooperation of businesses and the state, Vietnam MICE tourism is entering a breakthrough phase, aiming to become the leading MICE center in the region in the near future. And ladies and gentlemen, when the Police Bureau issued Resolution number 68, for the first time, the business ethics and culture were placed on the par with the capacity, intelligence, and aspirations of the Vietnamese business community. This is also the core issue to build a Vietnamese business community with the heart, vision, national cultural identity, and a strong aspirations to rise. In the context of the country entering a new stage of development with many opportunities as well as challenges, Resolution number 68 of the Police Bureau affirmed developing a strong Vietnamese business community with aspirations, capacity, ethics, and business culture, making worthy contributions to the course of private and sustainable development of the country. Accordingly, business ethics and culture are no longer slogans, but have become the key, the root for Vietnamese businesses to shine and reach far. This higher things for entrepreneurs is to create the values to serve the human happiness. Only by serving human happiness can we develop sustainably. When businesses and entrepreneurs do anything, they must first ask whether their products are for the happiness and development of the country or not, and if they make fake or counterfeit goods, they will be discarded. Building a team of entrepreneurs is not only about creating rich people, but also about shaping exemplary citizens who are responsible for the country and their workers. An entrepreneur is not only a person who drives profits, but also a person who maintains ethics, spreads the values, and nurtures trust in the society. The driving force that motivates entrepreneurs to contribute more to the country, work more creatively for the country, and contribute to the country's economic development. This is driving force for the economy because, after all, whether the country's economy is strong or not, the economy must be strong, and whether the economy is strong or not depends on strong businesses, strong economic sectors, and strong businessmen. The scope of ethics and corporate culture today has become broader, green, and responsible business. The goal by 2045 is for Vietnam to have at least 3 million private enterprises contributing over 60% of the national GDP. However, along with the growth in the scale and profit, building and spreading ethics and healthy business culture in the business community is an indispensable factor to ensure the long-term development and social responsibility. And that's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.